evening. Welcome to Hawkeye Tonight. I'm your host, Jenny Hawk. Tonight we're taping live. We've done some live shows and we're going to take a break from that. And that's okay. So, last week's show. Let's talk about that a little bit. I'll just say this. I didn't have a chance to meditate that week. And I've actually taken a break from meditation. That's a funny story, but I can't tell it right now. I usually meditate with my dogs, but that's a story I'm not going to tell right now. And I didn't have a chance to do my confidence pose. As fans of this show know, the confidence pose is key when doing anything stressful or when doing anything at all. And well, let's just say last week, it was just one of those days that a girl goes through. But when I'm angry inside, I don't mean to take it out on you. I just wanted to be on my own, and instead they made me do a show. But that's all water under the bridge. So, don't take it personal, everyone, fans of Hawkeye Tonight, and I know there are so many of you from all over the country. First up, or second, however you want to count it, apologies to the very talented J. Keith Van Straten for mispronouncing his name in the credits last week. It's actually should be the Dutch pronunciation, which is Ja Keith van Straten. And I'm very sorry about that. But I don't actually do the credits, so you can't really look this way for that one. We've had some comments from viewers on the show, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about handling it in a constructive way and taking on board your suggestions, viewers, and making the show as good as it can be. So, let's see. Some people have said that I say an awful lot. Well, I mean, there is a period of time when I'm forming a thought, and that word is useful to cover any period of time during which I'm forming that thought. But the comment that I got most of all about the saying a lot was that I'm a role model for women, and therefore I should speak with confidence. Well, I think being a role model for women is Wonder Woman's job, not mine. First of all, I am a role model for myself and to myself. And I just really want to put out the content, the positive content, the suggestions, the advice, the persona. And I don't want any responsibility for that at all. I don't want any fallout or anything for that. So if you, ladies and gentlemen, want a role model, look in the mirror. That's the best way to handle it. Anyway, that's my view about that. Next comment from viewers, that I've been a little bit snobby. Saying I don't like cold cuts from Ralph's and turning my nose down, nose up, at cold cuts from Ralph's, and that I was a little bit rude and dismissive of Joshie, the production assistant, last week. Well, I don't think that anyone in all fairness can call me snobby, for many reasons, the least of which is that I made all of these sets for this show myself, up in my head as a concept, and I wrote it down on cards, and that's how people were able to make the set. So, it's not like I don't contribute, it's not like I don't get down, roll up the sleeves, and do what needs to be done. And I'm not snobby. And as for Joshie, he was a little off, and I think we all know that. We could tell from his presentation here. He seemed sweet, but he seemed a little bit off. And I realized it more when I watched the show later, especially because he seemed to think that because a rabbit died when his mother was pregnant with him, that meant that he was named after that rabbit. I think we all know what that really means. That's a fresh reference from the 1980s. And the final comment is about my quote-unquote cheese cup outfit last week. Harsh words indeed. What I'll say about that is, I wore that dress at a professional job where I managed people. So you're obviously misunderstanding that outfit. But on the bright side, we got hashtagged, hashtag modesty inserts, which is exciting because I'm trying to get a lot of follows and trying to get people to hashtag me. So that was good on that side. I mean, a little controversial, but I don't really know what it means. But thank you for hashtagging me. So I have a guest tonight, and his name is, I want to pronounce this correctly, Giuseppe Palabelder. Giuseppe Palabelder. He's a Russian dialect coach. So exciting. I'm so interested in other languages. And these are the kind of guests that we bring you each week because of the amount of fans that we have on Facebook. And I'm looking forward to getting more follows on Twitter and more hashtags. So with that, let's bring our guest out right now. Mr. Palabelder, can you please come to the set?
Okay.
Hi. Sit down, please. Welcome. So nice to meet. Oh la la. Oh la la. So nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome. Welcome. Can you please tell me, how long have you lived in Los Angeles?
2 years. 2 years. Were you?
Thank you. Do you enjoy living in Los Angeles?
Yes. It's sunny.
Yes. Are you actually from Russia?
No, I'm from Italy.
Oh, interesting. And so that makes you...
Italian.
Italian. Fancy.
Were you counting there? You looked like you were counting.
Well, one of the comments that I've had from some of the viewers is that I can tend to step on, they call it, my guests' answers that they are saying. And I thought it's important for me to not do that. So I decided to take an appropriate pause after each question and answer to make sure that there's enough space in between our talking back and forth.
Well, okay, but how do you know what the appropriate pause is if you aren't listening to what I'm saying? Because a pause is not just a amount of time. It's it's when I'm done talking, then you would talk. It's natural conversation.
Well,
Is it?
It's just a suggestion that's been written down on this card, but I definitely see the flaw in it.
Because you don't know how much I'm going to talk. I might say a few things, or I might say a lot of things, and so you know that's how you would know. Are you waiting for me to finish talking? I feel like I put you in a trance.
Well, I can say that trying to be polite, but also being very good at talking, those are two things that don't seem to really mix well together, especially thinking and talking, and also trying to be polite and thinking about being polite, and then thinking about talking and also listening and thinking about what you're saying. So
there's a lot going on.
I know. This is my world as a talk show host, but I think we're going to do okay. Maybe I'll just do like a little foot tap every time so that I'll remember to not. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just go to a segment, shall we?
Okay. What is that?
Do you ever get ideas about things?
Yeah, sure, all the time.
Great. Let's do a segment called I Get Ideas. I get ideas, I liked that a lot.
I like the bulb.
It's
It's
nice,
like an
right?
idea bulb. Like,
Exactly.
I have an idea.
Yes.
You know?
This is exactly how I wanted it.
I have an idea.
I thought of the concept and I put it down on the card, and that's what they came up with. So I was
So that was your idea that we saw.
Yes.
So that was an example.
You are a wonderful, wonderful guest. But that's not my only idea.
Oh, no, of course not.
But I've decided to let you go first. And if you have any kind of ideas, but keep in mind that the show is all about creativity and generosity. So if you say an idea, you're giving it up to the world. You can't then claim a finder's fee or other payment for the idea.
Okay. Yeah. Because I don't think anyone can use my idea. Anyway, because I'm the only one who can implement the idea, you know?
Okay.
But when I was teaching this actor as a young man, the Russian dialect,
Yes.
I spent some years also in Russia, which is why
I see.
why I teach this dialect. But I came up with this immersion technique for teaching the dialect, where
You put him underwater for a long time, and then he's like, learn it, or I won't let you up. People learn when they're under duress. People can learn like that.
That's well, no, that's not exactly put them underwater. No, what I would do is immerse them in culture. I would create. We basically put them in a house and surround them with Russian people.
Yes.
And they cannot leave the house, so they are immersed in the Russian culture, and this, you know.
And you were able to accomplish this in Los Angeles? I don't see how that's possible.
Why would that not be possible?
Well, are there a lot of Russian people here?
It's a big multicultural city. There's people are all from different types of the world.
Oh, all right. Well, perhaps I need to do more socializing in my free time. So say your idea. Immersion.
That's it. Is
Oh.
it immersion? And so this technique, like I say, the way that I implement it is unique to me, so not many people know how to do it, because it's like, you know, like the dog whisperer. Like, you can see him with the dogs, but that doesn't mean you can do what he does.
I understand.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
really your idea is yourself.
No, it's immersion. It's the immersion to learn the Russian dialect.
Fair enough. Can I say my idea now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my idea is, it's a short one this week. Air Supply, the musical. It's free to whoever wants to make that happen. I'll line up 10 times to see that. And you all know that what I'm saying is true. That would be a smash hit, wouldn't it?
I think they did that.
Who's they?
Yeah, they did. I think they did it in Branson.
I don't know what any of that means.
It's a city in the east. It's to the east.
Oh.
I think they did Air Supply the musical, I think.
And
Yeah.
how did it do?
It was a small run, but, you know.
My guest, Giuseppe Palabelder.
It's a Palabelder.
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 It's close enough.
Maybe you need to immerse me with Russians and then I'll say it better.
I would submerge you under the water of the Russians.
Oh, that one is free. You can have that one.
Okay.
I have a question for you, although this question assumes you're Russian, but do your best. Now,
I spent some years in Russia.
there is a thing called Russian salad dressing, which, as we all know, is Thousand Island salad dressing, which, as we all know, is not mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, and relish mixed up together to make orange. My question is, are there any other Russian foods that you find are unfairly misrepresented in American culture?
Borscht.
Please do go on.
People think it's just, you know, soup, but there's so many, because I spent time in Russia, there's so many different types of soup, of borscht.
Really?
It's not, it is not just red. There are also, you know, green borscht and blue borscht.
All right.
People, what you seem uncomfortable.
I just don't understand, really. But that's all right. I do want to say that you are really good at a Russian accent because it's different than every Russian accent I've heard on TV and in movies and in other things, which are probably fake, and yours is probably super real.
Oh yeah, the accent they do on the TV is not. But this, do you want me to speak with a Russian accent? Because I was doing Italian. I mean, is kind of my natural accent because I'm from Italy. I'm sorry, this is very confusing.
It's all right. I think your voice is very romantic and wonderful, and I thank you again for being here. So let's move on, shall we, to a segment that I like to call Smooth Moves. Smooth Moves. So it's going to take me a minute to explain the segment, but okay, I've been asked to do some suggestions from the production staff because we are working our way back to a live show, from a taped live show. And it's been said that as a conciliatory measure, I can take suggestions. And suggestions have been made on cards. And the only one I liked was a dance break to 8-bit music. That was from maybe episode 2 that somebody had. And they had other suggestions, and I didn't like any of those because they were terrible for my show. But this one I liked, and I tabled it. And now I'm taking it off the table to put it on the show. And so...
So we're going to dance now?
No. Well, it's not so much dancing. It's like this. I'd like to bring to the audience things that are positive and happy, but also things that are new and fresh. And the positive and happy, singing and dancing, very positive. I was told by a Chinese doctor that I should sing to balance my yin and yang energy and to make myself more healthy. And I was thinking about that when I came up with the idea for Air Supply, the musical that I thought I came up with. But anyway, so I see young people around my area where I live, and they have some innovative dance moves. And as a matter of fact, you can learn how to do the Running Man on YouTube. I found out.
That's a dance?
Yeah, it's like I can't explain it.
What about the crunking?
Oh, that I don't
or
really know that
what
one.
is the one where they squeeze their butt? They do, it's what is it? They do the with the butt.
No.
Come on, it's all over the TV.
No.
It's like all the young girls are like, oh, wait, Miley Cyrus on the music awards. She did that. What is it? She had, and there was Beetlejuice was there with the finger.
Nope.
And she did it.
Nope.
You don't? Okay.
No, but I've seen some innovative dance moves, and I thought we could maybe do a few of our own for the audience and show them how to do some.
Okay.
Okay, so think of one, and then we're going to play some music, and we'll demonstrate it. But it has to be seated, because our camera angles are only from... So really, it's going to be like from here up, or from here down.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you could do foot movements if you want to, or mine's going to involve the hands only, but I shouldn't have said that because it's going to be really cool when you see it.
It ruins the surprise.
Well, you'll see it really quick, so it's not like too much of a surprise because it's going to be in about 5 seconds. Are you ready?
Okay.
Doesn't have to be super complicated. You can sit out of this, by the way. This is a comfort zone. This is a happy, comfortable zone.
I'm okay with my body and move.
Okay, that's good, because we don't do body shaming on this show. Let's hit the... Oh, one more thing I have to tell you. Sorry. You won't hear the music from in here. Our technology doesn't allow for that. It only goes on the live show. The taped live show.
What? How can we dance if we cannot hear the music?
Well, maybe you can hear it in your head, like I do.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, go. Love it. I love it. Can we talk? Okay, so can you explain your move? Because I'm gonna explain mine.
I don't know. I just felt in my body. I was listening to 8-bit air supply
Woo!
in my mind.
Oh, I forgot to say. 8-bit or chiptune. That's what music was playing. You don't know that because you didn't hear it, but I also didn't hear it, but I often have 8-bit chiptune music going through my head just from my, it's a machine I have to help me fall asleep at night. But anyway, so my move, it's just like bringing positive things to yourself.
I like that. That's nice.
That's good. Thank you.
I
Thank you for liking
just
that.
living in my body, feeling my body.
I like that.
I
like that a lot. Thank you for coming to my show. It's not over yet. I just wanted to say that because I feel very grateful for your air of body comfort and your positivity.
I'm glad to be here.
Let's see. Oh!
I like your bird.
Thank you. It's a hawk. Oh. I said, I've been trying really hard not to say it. God, it's difficult. There's a thought moment. I'll have to replace it with something else. Giuseppe, I understand that Russians love dogs.
That's true.
We sometimes do a segment on this show called We've Got Dogs. I decided to stop doing it for vis-a-vis my own dogs. But have you any dogs?
I have cats. But I when I was a boy, I had a dog.
Oh, tell us about it.
Her name was Dimitri. Yes, I know. She had a man's name, but she was a girl dog, a bitch, and she was brown. I feel like I'm upsetting you. Am I upsetting you?
Well, we're gonna have to use the bleep software on that, and
but
I'm
why
not exactly sure.
Is that a bad word? But this is a girl dog.
This is public access, and they are, I don't know how to explain it and still be nice, fascists about everything. You're a dialect coach. Can you teach me how to not say or or well? That's another one I say a lot. Well.
Yes. There's a technique. You take a rubber band and you put around your wrist, and then when you're about to say or do something you don't want to do, you snap yourself, and then it's no problem.
Would you really want me to do that?
Yeah, you don't have to do it all the time, but for a while you do it, and then it's like a negative reinforcement for the and then when you don't do it anymore.
Well, I don't have a rubber band, but maybe I could just pinch myself really hard.
That works.
Can you pinch yourself hard enough to hurt yourself? I mean, we have self-preservation techniques that are pretty hardwired. Let's see.
But maybe this isn't the best time to find out. I mean, you can hurt yourself, sure.
I can't seem to do it.
Really?
I think I'm dehydrated.
Maybe there's something wrong with your wrist. Is your wrist okay?
You know, when you pinch the skin, it's supposed to go back normal. Otherwise, that means you're dehydrated. I've got to change my regimes. I've got to do something because I don't know. So I've asked you about dogs and about Russian cuisine.
Borscht.
Giuseppe.
That's right. You got it right.
Italian. Oh, maybe I can ask you
Giuseppe
about...
Giuseppe is an Italian name.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So someone maybe could have written down a question about Italian cuisine on my cards, but I will say thank you to Joshi for making them blue. I did ask for that. I didn't ask specifically for blue, but I said no white. Purple, blue, yellow, orange. Perfect. Bellissima.
That's maggiore today.
That's wonderful.
Huh?
You're multilingual?
Yeah, I'm from Italy. Did you spoke Italian? Bellissimo. Huh?
All right.
Do you not know more?
No.
Okay.
Well, let me think about that, because I've been to Italy.
Oh!
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
There's 2 fancy cities, and one of them has a lot of water, and the other one does not.
Okay, Venice is the one with the water.
Not to that one.
Okay, well then, Florence?
Yes! I've been to Florence for a very short time. So I can say this, cerco le mie valigie.
Oh, Hatsumarachi. It's good.
All right, we're going to have to bust out
You have a good accent.
Thank you.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Production note, please. I'm not going to stay after. Curse word bleep out software, subtitle software. We want everyone to enjoy what we're saying. This is a show of inclusion. Did you see my outfit last week?
That was with the Joshi, the show?
Yes.
It was nice.
Thank you. Did you feel moved to write in and give me one of these over it?
No, I thought you looked nice.
See?
You are an attractive woman, and you know, it's
Wowzy woo woo.
What does this mean?
It just means that you're very photogenic and handsome, and I'm happy to have you on the show, even if you're not Russian and my questions are all wrong. Still, you had a good idea about immersion. That was wonderful.
Hey, it worked. You know, he had the accent was perfect. He did it.
That's beautiful. And you know something? Just from sitting next to you, I don't think I've said in the last 5 minutes. Well, except that time right then. That doesn't count for illustration purposes.
There's like in the quotes.
Exactly. So, can I give you a gift for being on the show?
Oh, yes.
I would like to give you this wonderful book of time travel stories that someone gave me a box of for free on Craigslist. So it's in the spirit of generosity from them and also from me. I'll sign it for you. For you.
Thank you.
I would also like to give you a t-shirt of the show. You seem to like t-shirts. Here's another one.
I do. I like to wear the t-shirt. Oh, look, it's got the bird.
It's the hawk of the show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So.
I've got the hawk on my shirt.
Yeah. So then maybe we'll get a lot of
And the
follows
moon.
and likes on Facebook and follows on Twitter and hashtags on Twitter. And I think that's it. Oh, and the person who does the most the person who does the most follows. This is just cruel. The person who does the most, who would do this? Seriously. The person who does the most follows gets a prize. So, give us a lot of follows, please.
That's
roll
really,
credits. I want everyone to know about my best show yet. Thank you, Giuseppe Palabelder.
It's close enough.